Look who it is. Liking what you've done with the place, boss. Gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you and Nuka World's favorite Cyclops are standing here, well, I suppose he expects you might be the one to finally get things back on track. How long it take him to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth?
Hey now, no convincing, just a friendly conversation between like-minded individuals.
Sounded like a good idea.
Because it is. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears.
Shank ain't kidding. This is gonna be all kinds of fun.
So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from, an outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave, or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land, or you want to wipe them out?
I think you know what I'd rather do, boss.
Let me talk to them. I'll convince them to leave.
Works for me. Once you've planted your flag in the place, I'll send a crew in to set up shop. Now, next up, you'll have to pick who you want to hold your outpost once it's established. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
The pack.
Sure. I'll get a stake on a string or something.
Gotta let the dogs run around every once in a while, huh?
That just leaves the target. Now for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again, make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka World's first new homestead?
I'm ready.
Good. So, where you want to do this? Wait, pretty sure that place is one of yours, boss. That's where you want to hit?
That one's the target.
Just wanted to make sure. So, to get these folks to scram, you got 2 main options. Buy them out, or scare them off. Either way, the more afraid they are, the simpler or cheaper getting them gone will be. Lizzie Wyeth over with the operators should have some toys that'll make running them off easier. And it's worth keeping in mind, the more populated or fortified a place is, the more prep you're gonna want to do before trying to run them off. Happy hunting, boss.
Seems like the work never ends, but I'll get it done somehow.
Mason earned his place at the top. Don't forget that. If you're wearing a collar, it's because you asked for it. Ain't no one's a slave that don't want to be.
Seems like every time I fix one thing, another thing breaks.
Well, hello there, young fella.
Hey, you.
Yes? What do you want?
Are you the one in charge around here?
About as much as anyone, sure. Now you want to tell me what it is you want?
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problems.
You want this place? Listen, not trying to piss you off here, but I'm not sure that's gonna work. This is home.
Look, I'm trying to help you here. You need to go. Now.
Oh, that's how it's gonna... Fine. Take it. Place is all yours.
Yeah. This place ain't too bad, but gotta get supplies coming in. Head back and tell them we're good to go here.
Hope I don't have to head back out there
Hey,
anytime
Shank.
soon.
Well, well. Rumor going around is that some big bad raider boss strolled into the Commonwealth and talked a group of settlers right off their land. Not too shabby.
It's a damn good start.
I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, The method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Why stop at kneecaps?
Kneecaps? Meet bullets.
Sounds good. I'll make sure everyone knows this is a maiming job. So, which gang you want to back you up?
The operators.
I'll send word along. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself which settlements are within range of our outpost, you can check the map in your Pip-Boy. The Slog might be a good choice to hit, though I'd have to confirm that's still the case. So, where you want to do this? Oh, that place. Isn't that one of your old stomping grounds? Sure that's the one?
That one's the target.
Of course, boss. Now, forcing a place to turn over provisions ain't complicated. Beat the locals so bad they don't want to fight anymore. Put any backup they might have called in the dirt. I'll make sure there's a crew waiting when you get there, and that they know they're only allowed to kill the hired help. Now, you're not going to be able to take a direct route to the place. Fast way to get yourself killed. So you'll have to meet our folks outside town. Wouldn't be surprised if some Minutemen showed up to lend a hand. Wish I could see their faces when they see who they're going up against. And it'd be worth checking with some of the bosses. May have some tools you can put to use. The crew that's meeting you there is only gonna have standard gear though. If you've got some weaponry you don't have a strong attachment to, might be worth taking it with you to arm them up. Don't have too much fun.
New boss, huh? Don't worry, I don't cause problems.
Boss, someone's coming through the gauntlet. Go. You sure showed the breeders who the alphas are.
Boss, let's chat. Shank says you might need our help vacating the squatters living in our new digs. And ain't it just your lucky day? Wait till you see what I got. Found some toys a couple operators left on their corpses in a back alley. Not sure how they got themselves dead like that.
If you ain't standing out, you ain't worth looking at.
I heard you were looking for me.
You heard the alarm, right? That means someone's in the gauntlet. Looks like a real tough one, too. What happens next is up to you. You can take him on yourself in the arena, or I can make sure our little rat never gets out of the maze.
Time to put on a show.
Hell yeah! No better way to earn a raider's respect than kicking some ass in front of a crowd. Just head for the arena whenever you're ready, boss. You're the new overboss, right? You sure made an
You a sheep or a wolf? Because the pack only runs with wolves.
Hey,
What's up, boss? You got something for me, boss?
that's all for now.
Yeah, all right.
Hey,
Need
wait
something
there.
for me? Okay, boss.
What?
Hey,
I'll
come
be
on.
here when you need me.
Heads up. Heads up.
Yeah, everything okay, boss?
Hey, got any gear for sale?
Next time we're back in Nuka Town, you're welcome to take a look.
We'd all considered putting a bullet in Clifford's back.
Damn it! This ain't over. We got look who that is.
Hey there.
Hey, boss. Shank gave us the rundown. Rough up the settlers, kill the rest. We're ready to go when you are.
Let's do this.
All right.
Fire!
Hey there.
Hey, boss. Preparations are all set.
Let's do this.
All right.
Nice work for a lap. Hey, eyes up. Hear something? Not today, pal. We got company. We got company.
Leave a beautiful corpse. Or in your case, just a corpse.
I see ya.
Clear! Get clear now!
Good news, friend. You've been selected to supply the gangs of Nuka World. Or else.
What? Yeah, sure. We'll make sure you're taken care of.
There's a lot of yapping about wiping us out.
Then I guess we'll just have to let them know who they're dealing with. You did good. Now get going. The adults are gonna discuss this.
Hey, Shank.
Figure this would happen sooner or later. Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new neighbors in the Commonwealth. An outside crew of raiders think we're honing in on their territory. Sounds like they're planning to tear the place up, and our people with it. Suppose this provides us a good opportunity to make an example. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Mayhem and destruction is what I'm thinking, for what it's worth.
I will rip them to shreds personally.
Bingo. Only language raiders in the Commonwealth understand. Force. But you should probably get going. You wouldn't want to keep our new friends waiting. Wouldn't be neighborly.
Who's in charge around here? I'll tear their heart out. You all deaf or something?
Where the you? You, the Nuka World waste pile that thought you give me one good reason I shouldn't slice you open and eat your heart right here.
Oh, please try.
With
Shank.
Heard some rumbles, this one didn't get you either. Figure I shouldn't be surprised.
Those raiders won't be causing us any more problems.
That's what I've been hearing. So I suppose your recent success brings us to the next step. Loyalty. Without loyalty, everything that's yours ain't. And to keep a crew loyal, you need to keep them happy. Now, keeping raiders happy isn't real hard. Just have to make sure they've got their basic necessities, just like any other settlement. That they've got some things to keep them entertained, and that their food's taken care of, which, with raiders, well, isn't like dealing with other settlements. Now, if you want me to go into detail on any of that, you just say.
I want to know more about managing the outpost's basic necessities.
Day-to-day needs. They're pretty straightforward. Just need to make sure you've set up solid defenses. Plenty of beds under cover, and enough clean water to go around. Not much more to it than that. Was there anything else?
Tell me more about providing food for the outpost.
So, managing your outpost's food can get a little tricky. No one ever joined a crew to dig in the dirt, so you'll want to make sure you've convinced enough settlements to supply your gang. People at the outpost can farm in a pinch, but they sure as hell won't be happy about it. Now, if you're ever wondering if your outpost has enough food, you should take a look in your Pip-Boy. It ought to have a page that'll show you everything your outpost currently needs, food included. If they're low on grub, it's probably time to get a new settlement supplying you. Or you could always drop some food direct in their workshop if it comes to it. Now, was there something else?
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Sure. If you've ever got more questions, you come find me. Or you can always consult that Pip-Boy on your arm. No better tool to tell you what your outpost may be hurting for. Now, depending on the state of the place when you hit it, this first outpost might already have some of the bare bones set up. All you've got to do is build up what's missing. If you want to run some jobs to convince more settlements to start sending supplies, well, you know how this works. You just come talk to me. And I was thinking, with the outpost coming as far as it has, might be time I set up shop there. Save you a trip anytime you want to run a job. You just let me know if that's something that'd interest you. Be good to make some trouble in the Commonwealth again. So, there anything I can do?
I want you to head to an outpost.
All right. Where am I going? Suppose...